What is up, guys? Somebody please tell me if you can hear me loud and clear. I think we've got a few good starts in a row, so maybe we don't need, uh, but we don't have anybody in the live. Oh, now we do. So if you can hear me, give me a Lima Charlie loud and clear. And welcome to the live tonight, guys, and welcome members. We're going to do a short one tonight, probably 1 hour. Got a few topics I want to discuss. Brad G is in the house. We have Sheena is a brand new member. Definitely appreciate you, Sheena. Calder DS says, "Look, Uncle Luke is his own version of the Wicked poster." And I'm going to be honest, man, I don't know what that means. I feel like that might be a generational thing, but I'm not familiar with the Wicked poster. Jordan Rules for Credit is in the house, as well as Curmudgeon Extraordinaire. Thank you, sir. He says I'm loud and clear, so we're good. Yeah, Brad, you've been here 9 months, man. Appreciate everything. Johnny Jimenez. Now, do you say Jimenez or Jimenez? Ian's in the house. All right, guys, we've got a few people in here. I always want to start these lives out with the same thing. What'd you book? And a lot of creators will say things like, I don't want to act like I'm bragging and I don't want to do this. Here, you are completely 100% safe to brag. What'd you book? Did you book something super awesome? If you did, I want to hear about it. I want to be jealous about it. Sean Thurston's in the house. What's up, man? Kirby G, Holiday Inn in Danville, Kentucky. Go west, Kirby, to Kentucky. Memphis Mike, longtime friend of the channel. Guys, what'd you book? I'm going to tell you what I just booked today, but I want to hear from you first. And sorry, I'm super hot in here. We've had really weird weather lately. We've got that springtime tornado rain kind of thing going on. Brad G he booked one. Round trip LAX to Fiji in business on Fiji Airways. Nice, man. Already jealous. Ryan did it. Not Ryan, I'm sorry. He just moved around. Brad booked it. Ian's checking out the Tokyo return trip. All right. I know sometimes you got to wait for that. Ryan did the Iceland from Raleigh. Camper van to travel the ring road. Man, I can't be any more jealous than you. That is big time, Ryan. Mr. Mendez did Avianca Life Miles. You guys know I like those. To travel all over Colombia last week. New love for Life Miles. Nice work, man. Yeah, I'd love to hear about that Colombia trip. I actually booked Colombia for January, and I'm really excited about that. Kirby G just booked a flight and hotel in St. Thomas. Nice work, Kirby, for sure. Hotel's a local joint. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. Flight discounted using a companion pass from Delta. Nice work. John R booking his second trip to Iceland, beginning of May. Yes, nice work, sir. I like it. I'm gonna. Javier said back in February had American cancel Bogota to Miami, canceled and rebooked with Avianca. Okay, use the Venture $300 credit. I used my Venture $300 credit today. I'll talk a little bit about that. It's not exciting. It's not anywhere near as cool as Fiji or Colombia, but we do have International Snick Snacks from Colombia coming up with Carlos, so stay tuned for that. Sean's thinking about Chicago to Hawaii using Turkish. That's tough, man. That's a really tough way to do it. Good luck. I hope you are able to do it. I'm still looking at Hawaii redemptions. I got a headache from it all. Fern moved American Express points to British Airways Avios and booked JetBlue on Qatar. Nice move, man. Julius, you know what? He's talking about the John Cena heel turn. I don't currently watch wrestling. I did kind of see it. I hate to say it, man, but John Cena is not my generation of WWE really at all. So I hate to say it, man, but I'm not interested. I kind of left in the early 2000s when The Rock, Stone Cold, and everybody there was big. I can get into the newer guys, but it's almost like John Cena's generation, his run. I wasn't really watching it during that time. Filmo's headed to Detroit, man. Nice move with Detroit. I like that. All right, let me talk a little bit about Sam's got a good one. 2 nights at the Park Hyatt in New York. JetBlue Mint to Amsterdam. Nice. 3 nights at the Waldorf in Amsterdam. Very cool. 2 nights at the Andaz in Munich. München. Singapore Airlines Business, Frankfurt to JFK. And 1 night at the Waldorf in New York. That is a money redemption, Sam. I've talked about Singapore Airlines, Frankfurt to JFK before. I don't have enough good stuff to say about it. Good move, man. Good job. Let me see. Okay, so my latest booking. What did I book? Tell me what you guys think of this. I'm not proud of this at all, but I was looking at my travel, my trips basically, and I found a trip in my Chase portal, my Chase travel portal, where it was a flight from Chicago to Columbus that was changed. And I said, man, I'm looking at the date. I'm flying home from New York that day. I don't know where this flight came from. So long story short, it was something that I canceled almost a year ago. So I called Chase and he says, well, it looks like the flight's been changed. So maybe we can get you a refund. I'll speed it up. Couldn't get me a refund. So I had like $500 or $600 in United credit that was going to expire in July. So I had a choice to make. What do you guys think of this choice? Do you just eat the $500 and chalk it up to a stupid tax? Or do you find something to fit in your busy schedule and get some value out of that? Well, this is what I did. I booked myself and my wife and my son one ways to Houston. And then I booked a Hyatt house downtown for 9,000 Hyatt points for a night in Houston for a Houston Astros Chicago Cubs game. And then I used my United Travel Bank for 2 of us to fly home. And then I used my $300 travel credit from Capital One to fly my wife home on the same flight. So basically, I didn't really spend any money, but I used up a lot of resources just to make sure that $500 didn't go to waste. Probably going to do a video about that just so I can explain it better. But I'm curious how people see that dilemma. Do you eat the $500 as a stupid tax, or do you find something to make it right? I wanted to find something to make it right. We go to a baseball game almost every year, and I've never been to Houston, so I thought that would be fun. And I know my son's going to like it. So that's what I booked. Nothing special. The flights were in cash, all in cash. 9,000 point Hyatt Place downtown, I think. Hyatt Place. It's within walking distance of the Houston Astros stadium, so not bad. Ian said he had a $500 stupid tax in Vietnam this year. Nothing is a bigger learning point than a stupid tax. What about Mankind from W? I was never a true Mankind fan, but that was the era I watched. I was a Triple H guy. Sergio, thanks for all the tips, brother. Just got my Amex Gold 100,000 MR points. Nice work, man, for sure. Kirby has that local hotel. Couldn't find any chain redemptions. There's nothing wrong with that, man. Bunker Hill Hotel. It's got a cool name. Free breakfast and very cheap. Well, let's hope it's not that cheap. John says nothing stupid about that. Yeah, you're right, man. Baseball games are so fun for just about anybody, especially my boy's in baseball right now. So, and we're going to be there on my birthday, so maybe that'll be fun. Maybe we can turn it into some other stuff. Jose says no way he's eating it. He'll go anywhere. Yeah, I like your style. My choices, were a super quick weekend getaway, basically either to Chicago, Houston, or Washington D.C. Or Newark. Those were the places where I can fly direct. And my wife's never been to Texas, so we're going to Houston. All right, Javier says he'll find something. Yeah, I think you guys are right. Especially it's a quick hit. They don't have to take any work off, and it'll be fun. Jake Quinn going to the Monarch Beach, baby. Capital One miles of 1.9. Very nice, dude. I'm curious how you did that. One night using Capital One miles. That is awesome, though. It wasn't okay. I like your style, man. Nicole also stopped watching WWF early 2000s. Stone Cold, yeah. The Stone Cold, Rock, Undertaker, Triple H, the what they call the Attitude Era, where they had a lot of wild stuff. That was a 316, baby. That was my era, man. That was fun. That was fun stuff. I've heard that it's moving back towards some stuff like that, but we'll see. Javier says Houston at the Rustic Burger. Okay, so I'll have to remember that, the Rustic Burger. The downtown, because I'm not going to have a car. Uh-oh. Wristwatch check, moon watch. Yes, sir, we are wearing the moon watch. I can't twist my wrist around. So if you guys haven't seen a moon watch, this is the Omega Speedmaster, and it is a gem. It is not this watch, but this is the first watch that walked on the moon or some such legend. But very, very, probably too nice for me, but probably my favorite watch, but I don't wear it enough. Royston says the Attitude Era, absolutely the best, man. Jay Quint bought Hilton. Okay, he bought Hilton points and used the travel racer. Okay, nice move, man. You're comboing it up. You're definitely in the advanced part. Nice work. Stone Cold with the milk truck. Absolutely. No, Stone Cold had the beer truck. Kurt Angle had the milk truck, right? Or is it whatever? But you're right. It was great. Got nothing on my Lightning McQueen watch. Yeah, I like that. I like all watches. I have a Casio that's the little tiny one. My little boy laughs at it when I wear it, but I love it. What's your favorite city on the Gulf Coast? I'm not sure if I'm not an authority on Gulf Coast cities. We've not been to the Gulf. I've not been to the Gulf Coast of Florida. The closest I've been on the Gulf Coast is going to be New Orleans, and that's my favorite domestic city in the whole country. So I'm going to cheat a little bit, and I'm going to consider that a Gulf Coast city. New Orleans, 100%. Sean, have you checked out Delta One Lounge? And not yet. I have not been there yet. From what I've seen, it looks fantastic. I've been moving towards Delta in the last couple weeks. Just the things I'm looking at. Okay, Rustic is downtown. I'm gonna make a mental note. We're gonna make a mental note. I like the moon watch on a gray NATO band. I like that, man. I don't do the NATO bands because I have 8-inch plus wrists. They kind of start looking a little bulky or kind of weird when you're that fat. But and plus this bracelet, I don't like a lot of different bracelets, but this one is so nice, so good. How far can 100,000 Amex points go? Well, if you can find an airline that might have a transfer bonus, you could possibly get a round trip business class ticket to, say, Europe. Or you could wait. You could get 200,000 Hilton Honors points, which I wouldn't recommend. As far as economy flights, you can probably get 4 round trip economy flights out of that. You can get a lot out of it. Sanibel is a good trip. Yeah, I've heard that. Stayed on the beach for a few nights. That's awesome. My only experience with Gulf cities. Yeah, my wife wants to go. So we'll probably do some Gulf cities soon. The other, Uncle Luke, loves the food in New Orleans. 100%, man. If I had a direct flight to New Orleans, me and my wife would have already flown there for dinner. Not even lying. We would fly there probably at noon, eat all day, and fly back at night if we could. If we had a direct flight, we don't. If we do have one, it's like Frontier or Spirit or something, and I'm not going to subject her to that. All right, guys, we are going to get into some. We're going to get into some of the questions that were on the community post, and there's a couple good ones here. I'm getting my phone out. I'm not texting. I'm looking at these community posts. I always like to tell people that because sometimes it looks like I'm doing something else. Let me see here. Usually I have this already pulled up. Okay. Only got a few questions, so that's good. 155 Cracker. Would it be possible to make a video of how to use transfer partners slash alliance teams for domestic travel? What are the steps and how to book a domestic trip? Just a thought. Cracker, Cracker, I have a bunch of videos like that. The most recent one I just did was how to book domestic flights with Capital One miles. I also have a max value redemptions playlist that's got a lot of stuff like that. But yeah, it's definitely something I could get more into and do a dedicated video just from that. But if you look through my catalog, there's a lot of instructionals and examples where I actually go book stuff. Yeah, Kirby's got it. Give the stream a like, guys. We got 90 people in here. Woo! Thanks for every single person that's in here. But if you like it, if you're having fun, slap that like button. Juan Garcia's in the house. What's up, man? And Mr. Matt Clausen. Tonight's topic inspired a video. Okay, I like it. Uncle Luke, let me know. We'll meet you there for dinner. Uncle Luke, if you live in New Orleans, yeah, we'll be there again. We'll probably be there in the wintertime. January and February, we'd love to go to New Orleans to get away from our weather. Kirby, we can say cracker. It's okay. I can't say cracker. I can say cracker. Something like that. I don't know. Sorry. All right. So yeah, I do have videos for that, but you're right. You can never have too many examples of ways to redeem stuff, since that is like the last part of the learning for all this stuff. Kirby AG, do you assign? This is a good question, Kirby. Do you assign a dollar value to lounge access? I recently got to Delta Reserve, and while I can easily use most of the credits, when I think of year 2 renewal, I'm thinking about what value the Sky Club access has. We could get a room full of people and argue this all day, and everybody would have a different opinion. What I try to do right now is I try to look at my last years of redemption, like the last 10 to 12 months. When have I visited those lounges we're talking about, and what did I do there? And the reason why I do the last 10 months or so is in the last 10 months right now, I've done almost only international travel. And when I travel international, it's always business or first class, not first, almost, it's always business. So I already have access to a lounge. And the best example is the trip I just came home from. We went from Columbus to JFK. We had business class seats to Portugal on TAP Air, Star Alliance partner. So we had access to the Lufthansa lounge. And even though JFK has the Sapphire lounge, it has the Centurion lounge, it's going to have a Capital. It wasn't in our terminal. So kind of going with the flow. And when you guys are traveling with more than one person, you kind of should go with the flow a little bit. We went to the closest, easiest, most convenient lounge, and it was Lufthansa. So that was part of my ticket. Coming home, Portugal airport, we had access to the TAP Air Portugal lounge because of our tickets. And here's where we get into the value. I love Capital One lounges, right? Well, coming home, we stopped in Washington Dulles that has a Capital One lounge. We might have had time to stop there, but risk versus reward and kind of doing an assessment, I decided to push on straight to the gate because it was kind of a close connection. So I didn't even use the lounge that time. And I'm starting to feel like unless I do more domestic connection flights, which I don't like to do in the first place, the lounge access I'm getting from credit cards has been devalued quite a bit based on my behavior. Not that I absolutely want to go to the Sapphire Lounge in JFK. I 100% want to go to the Capital One Lounge at IAD, but my actual behavior indicates that I don't go to those lounges that much. And my situation is I have the Business Platinum, the Capital One Venture X, and the Chase Sapphire Reserve. So I'm not saying I don't need those cards, but I don't need all of them. So that's going to really factor in this year when those annual fees come up, because although I'm not afraid of annual fees and it's part of the business I do, I don't need lounge access as much as I used to. And here's the reason. I think the people who benefit the most from lounge access relatively are people who travel domestically and have connections. I'm to the point in my traveling career where if I'm traveling domestically, I'm going to do everything I can to have a direct flight. So the lounge access, although I really love it, it's been less valuable for me. So what do you guys think about that? Oh, we got Who Day in the house for sure. Who Day. Ian gets mad because his team used to be good. I can understand that. Let us have our turn, Ian. You guys had Tom Brady. Let us have Joe Burrow. The Platinum OG, longtime friend of the channel. What's up, Uncle Luke? P3 has Amex green bonus going, and P1 has business gold sign-up bonus going again. Again, I bet. After we chop away at those, P3 and maybe P2 are looking at that 100K CSP. We're going to talk about that CSP here just after this. I got a lot to say about that. Sky Club access, total times gone times $25 for me. And I think that's perfect. I think that's a perfect valuation. Some people can say, oh, that's a little bit expensive. I don't think I'd pay for that. But when you're in that busy airport and all these goofballs are walking around past you and people are, that's a good value for me, $25 a visit. And I tell you, I don't want to speak out of turn here, but my desire to be around large groups of people or large crowds is so small right now. I don't want to use the word anxiety, and I don't want to use anything that would indicate I have a mental health issue, because I don't. But I don't like to be around all those stupid people. I would pay probably anything to get away into a lounge and not be around those people. It's so bad that I'm mostly flying first class domestically because I can't sit in the back with those people. Maybe it's because I'm old, or maybe it's because I don't have to sit back there. But that's what the value of lounges are. Mike says he wants to say thanks for the members only videos. Pretty insightful and helpful for some advanced strategy. I appreciate it, Mike, and I appreciate you bringing it up, guys. If you are interested in becoming a elite channel member, I do channel member videos most Sunday mornings or around noon. They're usually 5-6 minutes long. They're right to the point, direct to the point, no fluff, no filler. They're not monetized, so you shouldn't be getting ads. And some of them are a little spicy, and some of them aren't exactly fit for public consumption. So if you're interested in that, you can see a little button that says join me just below where it says subscribe. Channel memberships are $2.99 a month, and you can cancel anytime. You can buy a channel membership, binge through the member videos, and then cancel it. Fine with me. So thanks, Mike, for bringing that up. Thanks for the plug, man. I feel like if I'm using a domestic lounge, I'm getting to the airport too early. Yeah, you might be. And I think if I was by myself, that would be the case. But when I'm traveling with other people, I kind of feel like I put that responsibility on me to get everybody's butt there in a seat early. And mostly it would be for connections. So yeah, I don't really want to, or in an international trip, like if I'm in Portugal, I don't want to cut it close. I want to get to that right next to that terminal. I want to get there as fast as I can, because I don't want any funny business. Because when I go overseas, I don't think I've ever been anywhere overseas where I wanted to stay another day. Put the lounge value equal to about a plate of food in an airport restaurant, which is expensive. My family stuffed themselves on the way to Honolulu from Orlando. Yeah. And that's another way I can understand. For me, the value is much, much different than the actual plate of food. If I'm just grabbing a cup of coffee and if I'm just grabbing a cup of coffee and I have a place to sit that's not around Adam, what was Adam's last name? Does anybody remember? Adam. If I don't want to sit next to Adam's kids when one of them's coughing, the other one's sneezing everywhere. One of them's got an iPad playing full blast, and the other one's hitting his sister, and Adam doesn't do anything at all about it. I don't want to sit with Adam and his badass kids. So my value is going to be a little bit higher than that plate of food, but I can also eat a lot of food. Adam G, is that his name? I don't remember. Currently, the reserve is the only card that gives me lounge access. Okay. I fly to Minneapolis and Wisconsin. I need priority pass for smaller airports, but I'm always in Minneapolis. Now, does the Delta Reserve give you a priority pass? Somebody answer that. I'm not sure, but I've also found lately that priority pass might be enough for me. I hate to say that. We got Glenn Ardonia, Big League Luke. When's your next trip going to be? Italy, baby, Italy. We got just a few weeks, and we do the big one. We do Rome, we do Sorrento, Naples, do that whole Amalfi Coast deal, and probably the last time we go to Europe for a while. I'm hoping. I'm a little bit Europed out. What are your thoughts on the United cards going coupon book direction? Here's how I feel about coupon books. And I think this is 2, 3, 4 years worth of going through it. I don't mind a coupon book. I can't do 15 coupon books. I can do, and I do think Chase is going this way. I think Citi is as well. I think every issuer is going to look a lot more like American Express as far as it's $500 for this, and you have $700 worth of stuff you can get. I think that's people want you in their ecosystem. They want you using the cards. I think that's what we're looking at. I don't mind an Amex coupon book. I don't mind a Chase coupon book. I don't mind a Citi coupon book, but I can't run a Chase, Amex, Citi, Wells Fargo coupon book. So I think that's going to have a lot of us really focused on a primary issuer in the coming year or so. That's what I think. Let me see here. I need to get one more of these questions because there's some good ones. Frugal Dad, good evening, Luke. Got the Blue Business Plus with the 50K sub. Nice move. P2's getting the Sapphire Preferred. I like your style, man. Those are two great cards. Andrew Ryan. Luke, what do you make of this limited time IHG business sub? If you're not familiar, we're looking at 200,000 IHG points, 140,000 for $4,000 spend, and an additional 60,000 for another $5,000 spend. If I'm right about it, it's something like that. Either way, his question is 5,000 extra for only 60,000 points seems like a lot. This is my opinion. I can't say this loud enough or clear enough. That is a phenomenal deal. When you look at that second half of that bonus that some people say they might not be interested in, 60,000 IHG points. I get what they're worth. I get what they are. They're 60,000 points for $5,000 in spend. Okay, so they want to give you an extra $5,000 spend that's going to get 12x plus at least 3x. So it's at least 15x spend for if you could give me as many IHG business cards as you want. I'll spend on them all year for 15x every dollar I spend. So I think it's a phenomenal deal. Now, something we can talk about on the members channel or on the members video is some of the things we can do with that card. I think it's got 5x at office supply stores. Now you want to give me 12x plus, so 17x on a card for a $5,000 spend all day, man. All day. I'll do it for months. And I'll never need any more IHG points. You know, I think it's a great, great offer. If I didn't already have the card, I would get it in a second. And if you want, you can look in my description and see if I have that offer for a Chase. I don't know what my offer is, but if you want to support the channel, use it. If you can find a better offer, 100% do that. But I think that IHG business card with the extra $5,000 spend is a 100% go for me. Colt 45. I've been waiting to get the reserve card for a couple months, And now with the elevated offer of 100K on the preferred, feel like I should switch gears and take advantage of the elevated offer, wait 12 months and product change. What are my thoughts? This is my thought. I think everybody does that. And I don't think it's a bad thing to wait a year for the reserve, because I also think the reserve is getting changed soon. So it might be a good thing to sit back and watch and see what those changes are, because they've already added another coupon. We have the DoorDash coupons. Now they added Lyft coupons. I'm not bullish on that at all. That's a way for them to say, hey, we're giving you another $120 of value. So now they can raise the fee. So I'm going with your initial instinct. Get the 100K preferred. Easy money. Get that 100K preferred. Wait a year. If you want to switch to the CSR later, it'll still be there. It might be a better card, might not be. This is the last one. Last question in the community post, guys. It's from a user named 887363. You made a video earlier this year where you discussed your points balances and revealed that you had almost 800,000 airline points. How many of those have you managed to redeem? Well, earlier this year, I think I still had almost all of my travel already booked. And if you follow the channel, you know I've also gotten bonuses on the Air France card, the Virgin Atlantic card, and several Amex cards. So I don't think I've managed to drain that balance at all. I think I'm still sitting at about 1 million airline points overall. My MR point balance is almost nothing right now, because I did transfer a lot of those to Hilton for my big Hawaiian mega redemption. And I think I'm all good with Hilton points for right now, or I'm close. So right now, the mission is to keep building transferable currencies and keep an eye out on how to use these airline miles for that mega redemption to Hawaii. And I think what's going to happen is I'm going to end up booking those flights in 3 or 4 different ways. So to answer your question, I haven't drawn down that balance much at all. Juan says, Luke, are you suggesting you're willing to deal with Aunt Connie and the kids? No, Aunt Connie is fine. Aunt Connie gives us no problems. It's Adam and his kids. Adam does not take care of his kids, but what's worse than that is he gets offended when you complain about him. And if you don't know the backstory, I don't know how long it's been. It's been maybe a couple years. I would talk about lounge access, and I would say that I don't want to sit in the bullpen with a bunch of snot-nosed kids. Just what I just said a few minutes ago. And a guy named Adam commented on my channel and said he was deeply offended that I would say those things about children. And since I said those things, he was unsubscribing. So I posted his comment because why not? And Adam became a running theme, much like Aunt Connie. Aunt Connie's generally in the positive. You know, we're trying to impress Aunt Connie. We're taking her with us. You know, she's our barometer, our gauge on whether we're hitting it right. If she's upset, then we're not doing a great job. If she's happy, we're killing it. But Adam, and I think it was Adam G. Either way, Adam's the bad guy in this saga. So Aunt Connie's she's okay. Dimitri's in the house. Oh boy, we got some talking in between. I like it. Gentleman Explorer hitting Park Hyatt Vienna. I'm jealous. I want to go there. And Park Hyatt Istanbul next week. Killing it, man. Park Hyatt Zurich is whack. Listen, I've been to Park Hyatt Zurich, and I agree it's whack. You should try some of the good ones. Tokyo and Kyoto are some game changers. I just booked at Hyatt, so we're still in the Hyatt game. We're still in the Hyatt game. We're still trying to circle around and get those free nights with the different brands. Vector Hacker, what's up, man? Uh-oh. Cesar Joel, what's up, brother, man? Boy, okay, what we have here? Okay, let's get through some of these comments. My cousin stayed with us for Thanksgiving, and he overslept for his flight. I was ready for him to come home, so I apologized to him ahead of time and drive to the airport. Yeah, yeah. Like, sorry for your luck, man. What's up, James? I'm great. Yourself? Okay, no priority pass on the Delta Reserve. I am. I have to admit, I am the only airport lounge I have in my home airport is a escape lounge that is in the priority pass network now. So I value that priority pass a lot more than I used to. Vector Hacker got the Delta Reserve and the Platinum. There you go. For me, the best value of lounges is not getting anxiety from announcements blasting over the 100%, man. Um, I don't have the tolerance for all those different. I hate to use triggers, all those different things in airports. I don't have the tolerance for it anymore. Uh, I probably do borderline have an issue with crowds and stuff. I don't go a lot of places, and to have a lounge is invaluable for me. What's the cheapest business class on points to Europe? That's a good question. Right now, it might be Virgin Atlantic to London. You can find some unreal Virgin Point redemptions. Used to be 34,000 Tap Air Portugal miles to Lisbon. There also used to be, I don't know the exact number. Well, there's a sweet spot on Iberia Air to Madrid. And I think it might be Chicago, New York, and Boston to Madrid, and it's a sweet spot. Those are the three that come to mind. You can do to Europe. If you can fly out of Toronto, you can get under 50,000 for Air France or KLM. So those are the ones that come to mind right away. And those are all good. I've tried to do as many as I can. For me, Amex for earning, Capital One to use when traveling. And yeah. I mean, yeah, I like those two. Chad's money minutes is in the house, but yeah, Oakland. Those two combinations are great. What's up, Chad? Are you home yet, Chad? I know you're doing a lot of running around. Oakland's anyone else seeing 200K for the Biz Gold? If I see it, I might snag it if I can. I can't turn down those. Oh, what's this one say? Amex being second Biz Gold NIL or NLL. If I can find an NLL 200K, 15K spend, I'm gonna grab it. For the personal yeah, I think it's the historically high sign up bonus. I'm working on that one right now. Happy Tom loves the lives. Tom, we love you here, man. We love your cool name. We love how you show up and you participate. Thank you. Adam J. Yes. Oh, damn it, Brad. Adam J. Golly. How he hasn't caused us any grief. We in so long we almost forgot his last name. Adam J. Thank you, Brad. Jeez. Were you surprised with 3 lift earning reductions? Oh, with V lift or no, not the 10x because no. And here's the crazy part about how I feel about the Lyft and Uber credits. Like I said, almost all of my trips lately have been international, and you don't really get those perks international. Like the most of the benefits are domestically on Uber and Lyft. So I wasn't getting them anyway. I can't remember the last time I took a Uber or Lyft domestically. Here we go. I know the Adam's family story. Oh boy. Adam J. Yeah. Ian started with 1.42 million, spent 450,000. Now he's got it. Yeah, he's still killing it. Might have to do a cash out once there's nothing. I've straddled the fence on this before, but as of right now, I think there's nothing wrong with cashing out points ever. Aunt Connie is constantly having to buy new socks. That's her thing, though. She likes the socks. Maybe it was MJ. Oh boy. Oh, here we go. Anthony, I'm in the house from Playa del Carmen, getting some Marriott double elite nights while getting some dental work done. Oh, nice move, Anthony. We have priority pass and the new CSR lounge at San Diego. Nice, good for you. I heard San Diego's great. Philip just flew 2 upper class seats from Manchester to Orlando, $45K on Virgin Point. That's nice, man. Virgin Points are so, they kind of went up and down in value, but they are so money right now. Oh, this was to answer the question of the cheapest business class flights. Iberia is 35K. Yeah, that's money. That's great. 48K or 35 saver on Iberia. Yeah, it's here we go. Just saw an 8,000 economy from JFK to London Heathrow on Virgin Atlantic. That's insane, man. Iberia is 34K. Okay, and Ricky knows his stuff. Ricky's flown. You've flown business class on Iberia before, right? Ricky's big deal, man. He's big time. Aunt Connie comments always get me. My mom's name's Connie. Your mom's probably somebody's aunt. Maybe Lucas, my cousin, and not my uncle. You never know, man. You never know. Are United and Delta miles a waste now? No, not exactly. They still have their uses, just not. I don't collect either one if I have a choice. Check out the Breakfast Club in Houston. Okay. Yeah, Ricky's flown Iberia twice. Iberia business. All right, guys. I do have a topic. Let me see where Carlos is. Charles Henry, you ready? He's got to get dry. I would tell me he has to take a shower first. So we're going to do some trytreats.com, some International Snick Snacks here in just a minute. Let me see if I have any other. That was all of our posts. After we do 15 minutes of these Snick Snacks, we're going to talk about the Chase Sapphire Reserve and the Preferred. And we're going to talk about are they going to have a refresh? And the reason why I ask if they're going to have a refresh, okay, Ian says the cheapest he can find right now is 62. Yeah, things change, and it's via Qantas. Now, they have a sweet spot for much less, and it's not always available. But the Chase Sapphire Reserve, it really hit me the other day that they're adding this, they're changing the Lyft earnings, and then they're giving us a $10 a month Lyft credit. I don't think I like that. I think that there's a refresh coming, and I think they're going straight to the coupon book protocol. And the coupon book, I think, is great. You're rolling the dice to see if those coupons work for you. And me personally, I don't want Lyft coupons and Uber coupons to worry about. So don't take that as a complaint. I'm not complaining about coupons, but it does make me think that, is there a refresh coming really soon? And if so, what do you guys think that new annual fee is going to be? The $550 CSR, it's getting another $120 of credit on top of the, what is it? Is it $300 of DoorDash credits that you can complain about them or just use them? I just use them. I don't like them, but let's hold your thoughts for just a second. I think Carlos is on his way, and we're going to taste some of these tasty treats. There he is. Did you comb your hair?
Yes.
All right, guys. Let's take a quick break. If you have to go to the bathroom, go to the bathroom, because I know some people are not interested in the treats. But we are going to talk about trytreats.com Columbia edition. Come in here, buddy. If you're not familiar, we do this every live. We taste some of these treats, and just to give you some clarity, this is a subscription service that's not sponsored. Our videos are not sponsored. We just like the product. We do have a link in the description if you want to order. We do get a commission from it, but it is a subscription service of International Snacks once a month, and they come from random countries. And basically what we do is we get a box every month, and we taste and show you some of the treats that come with it. And if you want, you can order it. Grab that right behind you. We like the product. It's perfect for Christmas and gifts. So if you haven't watched it before, I'm not doing that. We do serious stuff. Trytreats.com. And we did eat some Snick Snacks the last live from Columbia, and we only have a few left, so we're going to pick a few out. We have Moranites. Sorry, Moranites. And sometimes, a lot of times, somebody on here is familiar with these Snick Snacks. Try it. Let's see what it is. Let's show them. What's it called?
Franyas.
Okay.
Franyas.
Frunas.
Franyas.
Frunas. Something.
Franyas.
He's gonna try it. Go ahead and try that, Carlos.
Yeah, the last one of these that we tried was a different flavor, but it was really good.
It's really good. Oh, we're gonna try these as well. I'll just get out and show you what we're gonna try.
Open it.
Toast tacos picante. All right, you got it.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna. No, I don't want freebie stuff. Go ahead. You'll try that one, and I'll try the toast tacos. Oh, it is like a Starburst.
Yeah,
That one's like a lemon lime.
You remember the last one?
Taste it. What did you rate the last one? 5 out of 5. What's that one? He likes the.
Try the if you ever go to Colombia, try the from us.
I'm gonna try toast tacos picante flavor. If you want to spit that out. Yeah. I'm gonna. Oh, these are like no, like the little puffy things that we have here.
What are you talking about?
That's different. You don't want to try these, do you? Because you already have candy in your mouth.
Can I take it back to myself?
We'll do one more, guys.
All right.
Toast tacos, very good. They have a much different texture than our kind of chips. Dino said Carlos is in the house. All right, Charlie is going to try. These are like pops. Quiptos. Anybody tell me what that says? Quiptos pops. It looks like something kids would like. Try it, buddy.
Pop rocks.
Yeah, like a Pop Rocks.
You gonna try this?
I'm going to try this. I'm going to try these two chocolate things.
God. Jeez.
Oh, well, don't. Just put some in your mouth. You don't have to eat the whole thing. Just. What do you think?
No pop.
No pop?
Let me enter. No pop.
Get in, Frank. There you go.
No pop.
So what do you rate those? We don't want that dead air. That dead air where nobody's saying anything. We don't want that. Just pick a number.
Probably 2.
Okay. So maybe those weren't the biggest.
Wait, maybe you need to have more for the pop.
Moranitas. We're going to try these.
Maybe you need to have more in the mouth.
Well,
for
try
the
it.
pop.
Or we can move along with this one.
Yeah.
These are shaped kind of squares, chocolate squares. I thought they were a wafer, but it looks like a cookie. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's like a cookie.
I hear
Are
pop.
they popping? Oh, yeah. So those are Colombian Pop Rocks.
Okay, it's bumped up to a 4 now.
Okay, 4. I'm going to say
Gotcha.
Moranitas.
Gotcha.
Let's try this one. Moranitas, I say it's 5 out of 5. It's good, isn't it? It's like a straight up chocolate cookie. Last one for the day, guys. Jet. We can all pronounce this one. Jet.
What if someone doesn't speak English and doesn't know how to read English?
Still says Jet. Oh, these are. So this is like a light colored.
That might be the wrapping.
No.
It's not.
Try. It's a light, really light chocolate. That's good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Mm-hmm. That's basic chocolate, but it's also really good. All right, Charles. What do you rate Colombia Snick Snacks on a 1 to 5?
Wait. How about we do the countries 1 out of 10?
Okay. 1 out of 10.
Probably like a 9.9, maybe.
Very good. Colombia does Snick Snacks very well. Okay, sir.
Very good.
You want to take the Pop Rocks and the...
Can't tell them where to find these.
Where do you find them?
In the description below.
What's this company called?
Chse.com. Just look down in there. The Christmas above it. You'll see the description.
Very affordable. Great gift.
Hit the link. Now, then get the try cheats. You get random country every month.
Half of the commission we get goes to Carlos's 529, so he can get an education.
At Ohio State.
At Ohio State. Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Bye.
See you guys next
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
All right. I really like the Try Treats. We have not sold very many. I think maybe my wife bought a subscription, but we have not sold many, and I don't care because it's kind of a fun thing for me to do with Carlos. And the snacks are really, really good. You need Try Treats to sponsor. Well, they send us a box. So we're not sponsored, but they do send us a box to do this on. And we do get a commission if you use our link in the description. So not quite sponsored, but that's a serious matter. Reminds me of Howard Stern's dad. All right, everybody's looking for the Iberia. And Ricky, I told you that, Ricky, dude, do not mess with Ricky. He's going to find it. He knows his stuff. Ricky said March 25th, JFK to Madrid. Both flights have business for $34K. Ricky's travel hacking is big time. Too bad I don't want to go to Madrid. Man, who doesn't want to go to Madrid? That's a really cool place. JFK Madrid or JFK Mad Stay at Thompson. Seems like I can tell you I had that booked. It's went up 2 or 3 different categories, but I can tell you who did do that is JP Knowledge. He did Madrid and he stayed at the Thompson and loved it. Maybe add in Park Hyatt Marrakesh. I didn't know there was a Park Hyatt in Marrakesh. I was wondering what college he would go. He wants to go to Ohio State, man. I want him to go somewhere down south. I want him to go somewhere farther away from home. Maybe California or Florida. But what if he gets a full ride to Michigan? Go blue. If he gets a full ride to Michigan, then he's going to get a great education, and he's already going to be a big-time dude, so I'll be happy. What was your Spain? I didn't go to Spain. Ricky did. But okay, so back to Chase Sapphire. We'll get to Sapphire Reserve and then the Preferred. Do any of you guys agree with me that a refresh is coming? And what are your attitudes about the refresh? I'm a little bit apprehensive about the refresh, or at least what I think is going to be the refresh. Because like I said, I can do a coupon book. I can do a coupon book and smile. I can do a coupon book and pick and choose which coupons to use. But I can't do 4 of them. I've tried. It just, I won't complain about it, but I won't do it. So Arizona State for Carlos. Yeah, that'd be sweet. I go to Phoenix. Arizona State's really close to Phoenix, right? I would love to go out there and visit him. And we know why, because there's 2 things. There's parties and there's women and there's college. So I guess 3. I'm a Swiftie. So when I went, TS was there. Oh, wow. Okay. Ricky's travel hacking. You're a Swift. I'm a bit of a Swiftie myself. Here we go, Filmo. CSR will be $6.95 with worse coupons than Amex. I don't disagree with you. Only I think we're going higher than $6.95. I think we're doing $7.25. I think this is the race to the 700s or the race to the 800s. I think a refresh is coming. They need to change the 3X groceries to online. They're not going to do that with the CSR. I mean, they're obviously they'll probably refresh both. I also don't think they're going to get 3X groceries for the Sapphire Preferred. I don't think that's happening. Chase customers have been conditioned to just wait for a special offer for groceries or use the freedom flex for that. Okay, Matt brings up a good point. As long as Chase doesn't touch a $300 credit and give some hotel statuses, that'll be dope. Matt, you heard it here first. I think they are changing the $300 credit. Hear me out. This is my soft prediction right now. I haven't fleshed it out yet. We're going to get close to $725 or $750, but they're going to bump that credit up to $400. And when you first read that, you're going to be smiling. But then in the fine print, they're going to move that credit. You guessed it. They're going to move that credit into the Chase travel portal. They're going to bump it up to $400. They're still going to tell you you're going to get the easiest credit you can book, the easiest credit you can execute in the game, and it's $400. But they are going to insist that you book in that Chase travel portal. Matt says you aren't required to do the coupon. You're right, but it's so hard for us in our systems, in our heads to let some of that value go away, even if we know it's not real value. And it already has the worst coupon. Travel credit. I'm telling you, I think that credit is going to turn into a $400 coupon. Matt, you can't say you don't have to use the coupons unless you're going to say, unless you just want to give Chase $350, or unless you just want to give Chase $250. Personally, would I pay $250 for the lounges, assuming they're growing, and the insurances? I think I would. I think that's a fair deal for me, but we don't often think like that. Currently, the CSR does have credits and coupons, and Matt says the portal will be a pain. Give it to me in the edit. Here's the thing, man. I hate to say it because I will book flights all day long with cash. I don't book very many hotels in cash, man. It's a stretch for me to book a hotel with fine hotels and resorts because, man, hotels are expensive and they can get super expensive. James says Chase is following Amex. Absolutely, they're following Amex. I mean, it's a good business model. It's especially because the way Amex tells it, people are falling down, jumping over each other to get to these coupons. Filmo, let me say this real quick, just touching on what Filmo says. Issuers are not adding passes to lounges. So many people will say, well, I wish the Amex green card came with X amount of pass. They're not giving passes to the lounge. They're taking them away. I wouldn't be surprised if some of that access went away from the Chase cards. They've already changed the access from the United cards. So we're not living in a world where issuers are going to add access to the lounges. They're taking away access and changing that access. I don't think that's going to change for years, honestly. I think the access to lounges are going to be much, much more expensive for us in the next coming years. Chase Edit doesn't get the same love as Amex Fine Hotels. Yeah, it's a good program, but at the same time, every issuer has a great program for that. And MasterCard and Visa have great programs for it. I think Amex markets it better. So that's what I think about the CSR. I'm apprehensive of the new credits. I'm apprehensive of the changes coming. I don't necessarily have positive vibes from it. So let's talk about the CSP. I don't know if they can do anything with the CSP that could make it worse. So I do have a positive attitude about some changes with the Chase Sapphire Preferred. Let's go ahead and get out of the way, the big elephant in the room. Hey, guys, the Chase Sapphire Preferred has a 100,000 UR point bonus right now. If you are eligible for the Chase Sapphire Preferred and you're eligible for the bonus, go get it. I don't care how much you hate the card. I don't care how much you hate Chase. Go get the card. It's a great offer. It's as much as we complain about the card, it's not a bad card. I do think a refresh is coming, and I am optimistic about what that CSP looks like after this. James got the CSP at 90K, and hey, there's 10,000 more UR points, baby. I just think it's a great deal right now. And everybody's talking about it, so I had to jump on board. But even if you're not a Chase guy, go get it. And here's the least you could do. Go spend whatever it is, $4,000 or $5,000, whatever it is, and now you've got 100,000 or 120,000 Hyatt points. And I'm not even a Hyatt guy, but if you want to give me 100,000 Hyatt points, I'm cool with it. Kirby G's got to wait till May 25th. I think that's close, man. I don't know. I wouldn't want to bet if that's still around. I think from what I've heard, and I have no inside knowledge at all, it goes from in-bank applications, then it'll go to online, and then it'll come to our referrals, and then it'll go away. Matt says a CSP at 150 is probably a lot better than it is now. I agree. I totally agree. I think 150 is a good spot for it. And I also agree that 250 is a little questionable. I think you lose a large part of that audience at 250. I think you keep it under 200. You keep it 150, 199. I still think it has that budget beginner travel card vibes. And you could definitely make it a lot better, because right now I don't think it's a very good card. I almost think it's just a necessary evil. It's a tax. It's a UR point tax at this point. You have to pay $95 to transfer UR points. And then at the end of all this, guys, so we're thinking the CSR gets revamped, the CSP gets revamped. What do we do with the Ink Preferred? Does that get a similar revamp? Because in my opinion, that's better than the CSP. I love that Preferred card. I don't carry it right now because I have the CSR. But if I ever downgrade the CSR, I'll be upgrading an Ink to a Preferred. Even if you're RJ Financial, that's $1,000, man. No brainer. RJ can spend that $1,000 on online dating sites or the Detroit Lions fan club or whatever. Will a revamped CSR have any Hyatt status? No, never. They'll never even consider it. The only thing I can think of is they'll give you that crummy Discoverist, but I don't think so. I don't think Hyatt lets them, because Hyatt, let's keep it real. Hyatt's main draw is two things. If I'm Hyatt, I say, hey, I can get you really affordable, economical stays, these 9,000 point stays. And I also have the best high tier status in the game. So I start giving away status, I'm losing what makes me so valuable. Because let's keep it real. They don't have the best properties. They don't have the best locations. They have great affordable stays, and they have the best top end status. Now it's CSP at 250. That's grocery and yeah, that's not going to happen. I mean, why not make it 10x? I mean, how about a $200 CSP with 10x groceries and dining? They're not going to do it. I don't think Chase is so far away from required to do that. They can't even see it. No way. But I agree. If it was a 250, 4 and 4, oof, it'd be better than an old gold card, even with no credits or coupons. Some of the reason I get the CSR is the 1.5 miles. I agree. Those are all three great things, but here's what I've learned in my year of having the CSR. I don't use that 1.5 miles in the portal for anything, and it might be, and it's just anecdotal. It's just what I've done in the last 10 months. I'm way more likely to purchase that domestic airfare with cash than I am 1.5 UR points. I liked the idea of doing that. I don't do it. Do you recommend upgrading CSP to CSR after achieving the sub? Well, you have to keep it a year. You're not going to upgrade it before you've had the card a year. And I don't think it matters what you think right now. I think it matters more what you think a year from now. Take the CSP, get the 100,000 points, see how the CSP works for you, and then consider upgrading it. Do I think the CSR has a home next to the Venture X? Yes. I think that's a duo that I might start talking about a lot, because I think the CSR VX duo, I think that's a major power duo in this game that nobody talks about. I think those two cards can do everything. Just taking the copy Amex far. Yeah, you're right, man. And if they did that, that would be a monster card. RJ only spends on black polo, tight little black polo shirts too. Got to show off that Prince like physique. Works hard on that. He's always in the gymnasium doing what do you call those, kettlebells and Indian clubs. That's what he does. He does a lot of Indian clubs. Strong hands. Carlos going to OSU. We'll see, man. He's definitely going. I'm making him go to college, so Ohio State's probably the best thing for him. Let's see here. I think the CSP is a keeper card. If you want to transfer Chase UR points, it's basically a $95 tax, and you put the card away, or you use it for dining or something. They already are DPs in Discord and Slack. Okay. Do you buy that domestic flight through Chase? No, I don't. And that's when I spoke earlier about the credit I had with United, it was purchased with that 1.5x through the Chase travel portal. And when I canceled that flight, I only got the cash credit on United through the portal. So it really restricts it even more, kind of. So I don't think the way I do my bookings, I don't think that 1.5 is as valuable as it is for other people. Andrew, I haven't looked at my referrals, so I don't know what they look like. Carlos is trying to enlist in the Navy just like his daddy. We're not going to let him. He can enlist in the Navy when he gets done with school. And that's not. We're not negotiating that. I'm not somebody who thinks everybody needs to go to school, because I didn't. But I think in a situation where he's going to, and then he can do whatever he wants after that. Dugross can keep an eye on him in Iowa. Hey, that would be a cool place. Not as great to visit. Nobody visits Iowa, but I think Iowa's a cool place to go to school. I think that's a great state with a bunch of great people. Miami, U of Ohio is a good deal too. Yeah, it's going to be a little more expensive though if Big Daddy's paying for it. Miami and Oxford, Ohio is I think it's more expensive. Do you have a preferred way to use American Airlines miles? Do they have the best use cases? I'm on my way to getting some, and I never used them. Love AA miles. Love them for domestic travel. I love them for you can book flights to Japan, flights to Europe. I just use them. If I have them, I use them. I don't save them for anything, because almost everything they do well. What's the closest college to the Fort Lauderdale Conrad? Maybe Florida, not Florida Atlantic University. That's in Boca, I think. He can go to Miami. He can go to University of Miami. Iowa's a major party school. I don't want him doing a bunch of partying, but he's probably going to. Yeah, just like Ricky said, AA miles are good for everything. South America for sure. AA miles are great for Caribbean redemptions. He's ready to party. Thanks, Ian. He's allowed to have his hair however he wants. As long as he washes it and combs it, he can do whatever. It'll be like this one day, and he'll be glad that he got to do some wildness. What's your next hotel move if Hyatt goes dynamic? Hyatt is my 4th hotel, so that won't affect me whatsoever. I'm Hilton first, IHG second, and Choice Hotels third. Choice Hotels for South America, baby. Yeah, this one's Uncle Luke's got it right. Go to Rio on AA. Go to Dublin. You can go to anywhere in Europe on AA just about. Planning a trip to Japan with 3 people. Okay, okay. You're looking to spend then. What time is it, guys? Guys, we're going to wrap this up really soon. We'll take the next 5 minutes of questions and comments, but we're going to get this one done a little early. We've had, like I said, we've had the tornado sirens keeping us up at night. We've had one of those busy weeks, and you know how your Uncle Luke is about sleep. Love sleep. So about 5 minutes, we're going to wrap this up. And everybody that's here, 117 people, slap the like button. And just to remind you guys, super appreciate you guys stopping by. Vector Hacker is racking up points from Delta and other credit cards. Any recommendations on planning tips? My first tip is don't use Delta miles to fly to Japan. Let's start there. Yeah, I don't know if there's a worse ecosystem. Unless you go to economy. I've seen some economy deals, but I think almost anything is better. Transferable currencies, I would really stack up, and American Airlines miles. Alaska, even better. Filmo found some awesome Choice hotels in Norway. Listen, man, I had one booked in Panama. I didn't stay there, but I wish I did. I had the presidential suite. It was gigantic. I didn't stay there, but I also booked a Choice hotel, some kind of boutique thing in Cartagena for next year, and I'm really excited about that because it's a lot of points, but it's a really big room, big hotel. Oh, Ricky's right. I did mention something weird with my let me do my my Delta story about our flights to Portugal. So this is not a complaint, or this is just something. I think it kind of goes with when we talk about getting status with an airline. Is status chasing worth it for an airline? And most of us can agree it's not really worth it. So let me tell you my status story with Delta. So we flew Delta to JFK, JFK to Lisbon, and back. We're on TAP Air Portugal, but Delta to JFK, and we flew home to Washington Dulles, home on United. Business and TAP, first class in United, but economy in Delta. It was the only economy flight we had, and me and my wife were both silver status. Now I live in an airport that does not. It's not a hub for anybody. Maybe Southwest, but there are no status members on any of these recreational flights. So we're headed to New York. The gate agent comes on the speaker and says, "This is a really cool thing that just happened. Since first class and economy are all sold out, everybody who has a ticket without a seat assigned to them, I'm going to upgrade all of them to Comfort Plus." Now that sounds really cool, right? But imagine you're one of those people sitting there like, wait a minute, I'm medallion status. Shouldn't a medallion status person be upgraded before a basic economy seat, bottom of the barrel, cheapest ticket there is? And I was just like, wait a minute, they have to, why not just move the medallion people up and then backfill that? It's not like it's hard. It doesn't take more than a second to do. So that was my story. And I went to the app and I did complain. I wouldn't say I complained. I said, hey, is this part of our protocol and procedures? I thought that when you had status, you had a chance to be upgraded to Comfort Plus. Now, first off, is Comfort Plus a big deal from Columbus to JFK? It's like an hour and 20 minutes in the air. It's no big deal. But I just thought that when you earned status, there was some kind of perk. And at least in these small airports, I don't think these gate agents or these Delta employees have any idea of the protocol or the rules when it comes to status. So that, I guess that's not crazy, but I did want to point that out. Like, and And I even told Delta, I said, what is the point of having status when you can't even move up to, and in Comfort Plus, at least you get a drink. Yeah, at least you get a Modelo or a Dos Equis or something. Yeah, and like Ricky said, even that low level status, listen, everybody can probably agree with me. Even low level airline status is not easy to get. It's hard to get. So I was really not upset, but I was really like, man, what the heck? Yeah, upgrade people to Comfort Plus and then backfill the basic. And I'm talking about basic economy. They paid the least. They didn't even get a seat. I just thought that was I thought it was weak sauce on Delta's part. And that I talked to some person in the chat while I was on the plane, and they told me somebody would get back with me, and I've never heard from them since. And that's been over a week. It's been about 12 days. So Delta, I don't know what you're doing, man. Going off topic here, but I'm going to follow your strategy closely. I want to take the family to Honolulu in a few days. For a few days. I said, ooh, that's quick. My family is slightly smaller, 8, including me and the wife. Fly with Rookie, you got your work cut out for you, man. Good luck. It's fun. It's a good mission. And be a lot of people appreciate what you do. I guarantee that. Talking about Cesar Joel. If you guys are not familiar, Cesar is a Boricua YouTube credit card YouTuber. He's Spanish language credit card YouTuber. He's in the clique. Everybody loves Cesar. Follow him, especially if your first language is Spanish and it's easier for you to digest that way. Cesar, if you're still on here, man, I'll tell you what you should do. You should take all of everybody's best performing videos and just translate them into Spanish. Don't even write your own videos for like 6 months. Just take the best ones and just translate them into Spanish. That's what I would do. We wouldn't know. All right, guys. I am going to jump off here. We got 102 people in the chat. Slap the like button. I appreciate everybody that's here. We'll be on again in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And thanks for being here. Guys, if you want to join the membership, there's a little button like right down here. You can join for $2.99. If not, don't worry about it. And I will see you guys. I have a video Monday. I'll see you members Sunday morning. Good night.